Mac Jones is a completely different quarterback from the guy we saw as a rookie. Go back and watch that very first game he played with the Patriots on the road against Miami Dolphins. Nearly won the game. Mac looked poised. He looked confident. He was a real leader out there. And now you watch him. His body language is just atrocious. He just looks like a deer in the headlights on every play. He has the yips. He just is not the same guy. He's not even the same guy he was week 1 against the Eagles when his footwork looked better. He was moving around the pocket. He was doing this and that. He was evading pressure. He threw, I think the pass was dropped by Juju or someone, but he threw this incredible pass in week 1 against the Eagles where he was getting hit. Threw it 30 yards downfield. And of course the pass was dropped, but it was one of the best throws I've ever seen anyone make. And now he has Mike Gesicki wide open in the back of the end zone. Really just an easy fade throw, and he just underthrows it. Noodle arm falls into the defender's hand, and he was benched. Because what are you going to do at that point? You put in Bailey Zappe. Bailey Zappe doesn't have a strong arm either, but at least he's going to have the confidence to try to make that, 10, 15-yard throw. Very easy pass that any high school quarterback could make. Mac Jones throws it directly to the safety. Really just a broken quarterback. Was under pressure quite a bit, but this Mac Jones that we saw the first few weeks of the season, who was getting rid of the ball quickly despite being under constant pressure, despite not having great weapons out there. At the very least, Mac was getting rid of the football, and you could sit there and say, well, look, he didn't have protection in front of him. He doesn't have a lot of weapons to work with. He's on his 3rd offensive coordinator in 3 years. He's getting rid of the football. He still makes smart decisions. All of that's out the window. He now has 10 interceptions. He's making terrible decisions. He's not throwing the ball confidently. He's not stepping into throws. And we're seeing a QB that's just been through hell for the last 2 years and goes out there and doesn't really have the confidence to perform the way an NFL quarterback really should, or perform the way even rookie Mac Jones did, who made the Pro Bowl. He is a completely different QB, and I don't see him back next year. I'm not sure we'll see him out there. Not that Bailey Zappe's any better, but he's been broken by this system in New England. He's been broken by Belichick. But at a certain point, it's up to Mac to transcend that. And he had better protection in the second half today. He certainly didn't have good protection in the first half. He was holding on to the football. He threw like a weird underhand pitch to Ramondre Stevenson that was nearly intercepted. He should have had a second red zone interception. I think it was the drive before. You saw Robert Kraft's expression when it happened. Head just dropped. Really just... The Dallas game was terrible. The New Orleans game was terrible. And I know Mac didn't have it quite as many turnovers. He had just 1 interception. But just when you take everything that came before it, when you take all of Mac's assets coming into the league as a good decision maker, an accurate passer, a guy who knew when to get rid of the football quickly, all of that's gone out the window. This was the worst game of his career, and perhaps will cost him his starting job, and he may never start again as an NFL QB. Maybe a career backup, or maybe only starts in the future when somebody goes down. Really sad to see this happen to Mac Jones because, you know, I've been one of his bigger fans. I think he did great under Josh McDaniels. I know there was a lot of hand-holding there, but could not handle the pressure when adversity hit under Matt Patricia and they were not getting the offensive help they needed. And then he had the scheme, he had the coaching with Bill O'Brien coming in, and still, because of the offensive line issues, because of the lack of weapons, when he finally gets to a point where things are starting to click around him, he doesn't have the confidence to make the plays he needs to make. And, you know, he said he wanted to be coached harder. Well, you saw Bill O'Brien chewing him out on the sidelines, a la the Tom Brady days. Mac Jones, you know, taking it the way he should. But clearly, he's seeing ghosts. He's in his head. He's kind of a head case right now. And you have to figure out another solution at that position. You know, Belichick may be gone, but I think it was always iffy that, you know, I thought Belichick would be gone, at least as the GM, but probably as the head coach heading into the offseason. Maybe you stick with Mac Jones, get some more help at the tackle position, bring in a big receiver, do something, and then see what you can do with Mac Jones on the last year of his rookie deal. I don't see that happening anymore after today's performance.